I really have to say that Michigan is a complete embarrassment after what has occurred with me and my family. This started in 2003 when they wrongfully took my kids from me. They really had no case against me on that aspect. But to wrongfully take my house and use that as a reason to take kids from somebody, that's illegal. It's immoral and it's embezzlement, blackmail, and a whole bunch of other laundry list of things that are illegal. Not to mention the fact that after they did that, my mom confessed in court, and they turn around and in the day that I reported that I had that head injury and that my daughter's father was stalking me and harassing me, my mom could see after she felt my head in the court breezeway that I had 16 staples in my head and a big dent that wasn't there before. And so this is, rather than do the right thing, these guys put me on the street with a head injury. They then turned around in 2018 and did similar again. I had been re-injured at the hospital. Rather than keep me and examine me, they sent me home. They gave me a sleeping pill and continued with the test, and then the next morning sent me home. Then, when I started telling on these people for what had occurred, they turn around and rather than take the man that had the two handguns and the firearm, they wrongfully take my daughter. And this was after I reported all this stuff that had happened to Fred Upton's office. Because I reported that in 2017, in May of 2017, and I've got the paperwork to prove it. So we've got a situation here where these guys obstructed justice. They turn around and allowed foster kids to be awarded to people, one of which in particular, who had been to prison for child abuse, several other people who had lost their own kids due to drug addiction and child abuse themselves. Then I've got people that Fred Upton's office, they're believing people without even looking at their background and going by their word rather than looking at the documents and the facts. This stuff's been going on for a long time in Michigan. It's one case. My mom was murdered. It blasted it in the paper along with Pets Alive. Then we've got the issue with my two uncles who may be here today if these guys wouldn't have behaved in the way that they did. So, and got us the medical attention that we actually needed and got us the domestic violence help that we actually needed instead of allowing a person with two handguns and a box of bullets to be forced on me by Department of Health and Human Services, CPS. This situation is absolutely disgusting, and it should be considered an embarrassment to all Michigan residents. This is not what our judicial system is for. It's time to stand up and make real change happen not just in Michigan, but across the country. This type of behavior is unacceptable. Gretchen Whitmer and Fred Upton should be absolutely ashamed of themselves for allowing this type of stuff to occur in this state. It's time to do something about it. Not, again, like I said, not just here in Michigan, because this is rampant throughout the country. David Dreist also was dishonorably discharged, and I believe that they're doing the same thing with the manipulation of background checks in California. He's also involved in my case, and he works for Facebook. So all the hacking and all this and that going on, I have to wonder how much he was involved in that too. And then you've got to look at the whole Georgia situation, because Fred Upton openly and admittedly confessed that him and John Lewis, may he rest in peace, were such good friends, which tells me because John Lewis knows Maxine Waters so well, and that's the state that my co-defendant was in, and they did not extradite her back to Washington State because we were able to prove our case. All of this is connected together. So I'm sitting up here going, wow, Fred Upton, why didn't you tell on these people? And you wonder why people wanted you out of office? This is exactly why. This is also exactly why they're trying to impeach Gretchen Whitmer. Shame on you people. Then the voter fraud too. 3 presidential elections I caught you guys in. Just myself. How many other people caught you? That's what we're supporting? Not with my tax dollars, you don't. God bless America. Have a blessed day.